today's video, we'll be going over how to create an HR service. So first, let's go ahead and navigate to the HR service configuration table. For the purpose of this video, I went ahead and created the employee onboarding HR service. So first, we're going to go ahead and give it a name. And you want to keep this in unison with your lifecycle event. So maybe give it the same name that you did with the lifecycle event. Next is badge. This is going to be who will be fulfilling the activity. So for the purpose of HR, we're going to go with the HR group. Next will be the fulfillment type. So there's multiple ways you can fulfill a HR service. You have manual, you have service activity. So at the bottom of the page, you can add the different service activities. You can either have it go from a trigger from a workflow or a flow or advanced. So that could be a combination of things. But for the purpose of the video, we're going to do lifecycle events. Next is the topic detail. The topic detail and category fields are where you categorize the HR service. The HR topic detail is the second level of categorization, and the HR topic category is the first level of categorization for HR services. So we're going to go ahead and create one, and the next one is going to be what table you'll be working with. So the talent acquisition is working on the LE case table. And so we would want to create this to be on the LE case table. So based off what table you'll be using for your HR case, you would want to have that table. Next, this is just when you would automatically want to close your case. You can either do it based off the mandatory to-dos or the all to-dos are complete. We're going to go with all to-dos, and it will close 60 days after they are all complete. This right here is just going to be able to show your subject person the case. And these two fields right here, the template and record producer, will be grayed out at first. And when you save it, you'll be able to come here and input a template and a record producer to show it on either the back end or the front end. Next are the case options. And so the case option field allows you to select additional case options for the HR service. For example, you can add the manager to the watch list. This is going to allow agents to ad hoc approvers to a case. You can automatically create a draft document and more. And so this is going to allow you to skip the auto sign. You can skip the automatic user acceptance criteria. If you don't want the user to cancel a case, you can add that. So for the purpose of this, we're just going to add the manager to the watch list when it is created. Next is the HR criteria. The HR criteria field is where you define the conditions that an employee must meet for an HR agent to be able to access the HR service on their behalf. For example, you can configure the HR criteria for 401k requests so that the HR service is only available to U.S. employees from the Create New Case module. And so here, based off of what conditions you would like, you can add them here. So we just want to make sure that the employee is a full-time or part-time or temporary employee. They want to make sure that field is filled. Next, we're going to go over the open for and subject person task assignee fields is where you configure the HR ticket page header for the person that the HR case was open for and any approvers, and the subject person of the HR case and task assignees respectively. Same thing with this one. We're just going to make sure that they are in unison. And so the case creation service config build is where you configure the HR case creation form for the HR service. The HR service creation form is what an agent selects an HR service from the Create New Case module. And last but not least is the lifecycle event. We're going to go ahead and add that there and save that. And next, we're going to go ahead and create a template. So I will see you in the next video.